Namaste and welcome to Shunya Talks. This Saturday special series that we've started on studying the Nikaaya, the Pāli texts of the words of the Buddha himself, written down 2500 years ago, which contain the wisdom that is still applicable in today's life. And as we continue our studies on the Nikayas, we are doing the Sanyuta Nikaya. Before that, let's quickly do a 9 to 0, a Shunya practice, and focus our minds and clear our mind completely so that we can pay complete attention on today's talks. Let's start. we would be reborn in a good destination, in a heavenly world. Come now, let us practice good conduct with kaya, vacha and mana. This bhikkhu is the cause, this is the reason why some spontaneously born Nagas observe the Uposatha and become free from their bodies. Now, here is why are these Nagas doing something like giving away their body? They are giving and practicing Uposatha. Means, why are they doing that? Because they have now realized that this body is a result of something that they did. And that is what they did. They did what we say the double tongue thing, either brought conflict to people's life, did two things with two different minds. So like the tongue of a snake is split into two, their actions are ambiguous. And with this ambiguous mind, action and speech, they were born in this life, in this particular form as Nagas. But now they have realized it, and that is why saying let's do some good practice, and that is why they are practicing this. So at the end, again, the message here is very simple, that it's always important to realize why you are what you are today. It has to have reasons that made you, bring you to this stage. And from this stage, if you want to move into a different stage, the choice is yours. Good conduct, good speech, good thoughts will all lead you to a good life. But do exactly opposite of that, and your life is then definitely something that you never wanted and you don't want. Okay, let's take the next verse. It's 29, SN 29 7. Okay, yeah, they have heard. At Savatthi, seated at one place, that bhikkhu said to the Bhagava, what is the cause, Bhante? What is the reason why someone, after the breaking up of the kaya, after death, is reborn in the company of egg-born Nagas? Here, bhikkhu, someone engages in twofold conduct by kaya, vacha and mana. They have heard egg-born Nagas are long-lived, beautiful and experience much sukha. They think, oh, may I, after breaking up of the kaya, after death, be reborn in the company of egg-born Nagas. Then after breaking up of the kaya, after death, they are reborn in the company of egg-born Nagas. This bhikkhu is the cause, this is the reason why someone, after breaking up of the body, after death, is reborn in the company of the egg-born Nagas. So why is somebody born among the egg-born Nagas? Because that's what he wished for. Because that was the kind of desire he had. And hence, they acted according to the desire and they were born in that particular form among those that they craved for. So, let's take the next verse, that is SN 29.8. At Savatthi, seated at one place, the bhikkhu said to the Bhagava, what is the cause, Bhante? What is the reason why someone, after the breaking up of kaya, after death, is reborn in the company of the water-born Nagas? The explanation continues like the previous verse. Bhikkhu, this is the cause, kaya. This is the reason why someone, after breaking up of the body, after death, is reborn in the company of the water-born Nagas. Like the way the egg-born Nagas are born because somebody desires to be born in that company of those Nagas, same is with the water-born Nagas. Now let's take the next verse, that is 29.9. And in the 29.9, they have heard. Okay, third. At Savatthi, at one time a certain bhikkhu was seated at one place and said to the Bhagava, what is the cause, Bhagava? What is the reason that after the breaking up of the body, after death, someone is reborn in the company of moisture-born Nagas? It continues like the previous two verses. This bhikkhu is the cause. This is the reason that after the breaking up of the body, after death, someone is reborn in the company of moisture-born Nagas. Like we studied the egg-born, water-born, now we are talking about the moisture-born. So here the reason is again same. Your desires and your actions lead you to your next birth. Now let's take 29.9. They have heard. Oh, 29.10. So sorry, yeah. At Savatthi, a certain bhikkhu sitting, okay, at one time the Bhagava was dwelling in Savatthi. Okay. At a certain bhikkhu sitting to one place addressed the Bhagava and said this, Bhante, what is the cause, what is the reason that after the breaking up of the body and after death, some being is reborn in the company of spontaneously born Nagas? Here, bhikkhu, a certain person engages in twofold behavior with the kaya body, twofold behavior with speech, twofold behavior with mind. He has heard spontaneously born Nagas are long lived, beautiful, and experience abundant happiness. He thinks, oh, may I have after the breaking up of the body and after that be reborn in the company of the spontaneously born Nagas. Then after the breaking up of the Kaya and after death, he is reborn in the company of the spontaneously born Nagas. This bhikkhu is the cause, this is the reason why after breaking up of the Kaya and after death, some being is reborn in the company of the spontaneously born Naga. So we now know why somebody is born in company of those different four types of Nagas. We also know that the one who realized it, that we have born in this because we did this, and they are now acting out in a way so that they practice the upasata, that means to not do the wrong and do the right. And I think that's the message here, very simple, that every being is a result that is born because of the desire and the actions that one has done in the past. Now let's take the next verse, that is 29.1110. Okay, yeah, here it is. So these are 10 discourses on how giving helps to become egg-born. Seated at one place, those bhikkhus said this to the Bhagavanta. Bhante, what is the cause, what is the reason that after the breaking up of the body, after death, some being is reborn in the company of the egg-born Nagas? Here, bhikkhu, a certain person engages in twofold conduct by body, speech and mind. They have heard the egg-born Nagas are long-lived, beautiful, experience much happiness. They think, oh, may I, after the breaking up of a kaya, after death, be reborn in the company of the egg-born Nagas. So here again, it's the same thing, but written down again. Remember, the note-taking at that time was, even if it was spoken or done, it was done by many people, and these are all compilations and all written notes that are put together. So yes, you might find a little repetitions of things, but you should see the subtlety here. Again, but why are they born with the egg-born Nagas? Is because they act and they desire to do so. Okay, let's take the next verse from, okay, yeah, 29.21, right? 250. Okay, at Savatthi, this is the 30 discourses on how giving helps to become a womb-born. So first was about how, if you see, let me give you the essence, how giving helps to become a egg-born. Now here is how giving helps to become a womb-born. At Savatthi, seated at one place, those bhikkhus said to this to the Bhagavanta. Bhante, what is the cause, what is the reason whereby after the breaking up of the body, after death, some being there is reborn in the company of the water-born Nagas? Here, bhikkhu, a certain person engages in twofold conduct with body, speech and mind. They have heard spontaneously born Nagas are long-lived, beautiful and experience much happiness. They think, oh, may I, after the breaking up of the body, after death, be reborn in the company of the spontaneously born Nagas. They give food, they give drink, they give lighting. Then, after the breaking up of the body, after death, they are reborn in the company of spontaneously born Nagas. This bhikkhu is the cause, this is the reason, whereby after the breaking up of the body, after death, some being here is reborn in the company of the spontaneously born Nagas. So by this method, these 10 discourses were constructed. So here we have to understand that, again, even in the doing, they still held the intention of being born in a particular thing. So when your doing has an intention, that doing will give you the result of that intention. So here they were wishing to be born among the spontaneously born Nagas. So did it happen? So everything that they did, every giving was just taking them closer to what they wanted to be. And I think that's a very clear message, and I think it applies in today's life also. Whatever you want, if you want to be somebody, you have to do something, you have to make sure that there is a desire and an action followed for that purpose that you want to achieve. So let's take the next 29.21 to 50. These are 30 discourses on how to giving helps to become a womb born. I think we have done this, right? So I think today's sessions is almost over. A lot of pages we had to go, but I think the message is clear that your birth, your current birth, is a result of actions and desires you had in the past that has given you this. And this is then going to become your cause, your reason for you to take the next birth. So understand, again, every moment you have an opportunity to upgrade or degrade your life. And that's where you should be watching your two things. One is the body, which does action, the mind that has the thinking and shows the intention, and then speech that conveys it both. So please understand, the body, mind and speech are the three mediums through which you'll make the world know what exactly you desire for, what do you want to do, and what is your intention. And I think if you realize the value of the body, mind and speech, and that can be brought into a very good discipline with the practice of dhyana. And that is why we keep on telling shunya is important, because one, it disciplines your body to stay still. That little practice of just 9 to 0, 29 to 0, 99 to 0. But on the other side, it keeps this talkative mouth quiet for some time. And that's very important, because keeping quiet is a sign of a wise man. And when you have to speak, that speak relevance is very, very few things. So again, a practice that will help you even to condition yourselves into silence is shunya. And the third one, as you see, is your speech. Okay, so your mind, where your mind keeps on wandering here and there, your mind can be stabilized by the reverse counting method, by the observing method. So body, mind and speech, these three things. When you teach what is to be taught. Okay, you speak what is to be spoken. You never teach something that has not to be taught, like confrontation, like the Nagas. You do not confront, you don't split things, you bring things together. Okay, so this is what we learned from these sutras, and I think the essence is more important. And then you value that the culture that we have, we should retain it, and we should be able to carry it as a torch, as a lamp, so that the darkness of ignorance that causes all the suffering is taken away. So for today, unfortunately, we did not have Dr. Lim's presence, but I think so the sutra study went well. Keeping it short, just to give you a quick reminder that we have just started at Pune, at Shunya Meditation Studio in Balewadi, the weekend day retreats. So at 8:30 we have the registration every morning, and the limited seats of just 20 seats per batch, and then it continues till 1 p.m. So if you are in Pune, around Pune, it's a very good chance for you to participate in both the practice of samatha and vipassana, which is taught here. And this practice of balance and clarity can help you not only stabilize your life, open the doors of prosperity, reverse your illnesses, and bring you more mental health followed by physical health. But the most important thing that it does, that little pause once in a week can bring you the joy that you always crave for. And I think that's a very important break that we need to do and take for ourselves. And in Pune, if you are here, do join us. You can visit www.shunyastudios.com or get in touch with anybody within the group or the circle, and they will guide you further. So thank you again. See you next week. Namaste.